Once upon a time in South America, on the banks of the mighty Amazon River, deep in the emerald embrace of the rainforest, there lived a young girl named Chimidyu. Her name echoed with the melody of the forest, whispering through the leaves like the soft murmur of the wind. Chimidyu dwelt with her parents and extended family in a spacious dwelling known as a maloka, where the community of people lived in harmony with the rhythm of the jungle. The maloka was not just a house, it was a microcosm of their world, a place where the whispers of the forest mingled with the laughter of children and the wisdom of elders. Life for Chimidyu was a tapestry woven with the threads of daily routines. Days dawned with the chorus of the forest, and she would rise with the sun. Her days filled with the chores of daily life. She would help the women of her community in their tasks, learning from their nimble fingers as they spun and wove intricate designs into cloth, each stitch telling a silent story. Yet Chimidyu's heart yearned for more. The forest held a magic that beckoned to her, a world teeming with both beauty and peril, where the line between reality and myth was as thin as the morning mist. Her gaze often drifted to the distant edges of the clearing where the rainforest stood impenetrable and vast. The elders of her tribe shared tales of the forest, stories that painted vivid pictures of jaguars that prowled under the moonlight and of mischievous spirits that played tricks on unsuspecting travelers. But their words couldn't contain the wildfire of curiosity that burned within Chimidyu. She wanted to experience the forest, not just hear about it. One afternoon, as Chimidyu was engrossed in her work, her attention was captured by the sight of a big morpho butterfly hovering near her. The butterfly was a spectacle of beauty, its wings shimmering with a celestial blue that seemed to drink in the sunlight. For Chimidyu, it was more than just a butterfly. It was a symbol of the wild, untamed spirit of the forest. In that moment, she voiced a wish that echoed the longing in her heart. "Oh, if only I could be like you, free to roam the forest as you please." The butterfly, as if understanding her words, dipped its wings in what seemed like a gesture of farewell and glided towards the edge of the clearing. Chimidyu couldn't resist the call of the unknown. Setting down her work, she started after the butterfly, her steps echoing the butterfly's lazy flight. The forest welcomed her with a symphony of sounds, the rustling of leaves, the chatter of unseen birds, and the earthy scent filling her lungs. She followed the butterfly deeper and deeper into the emerald labyrinth. The butterfly danced between the trees, each twist and turn revealing a new marvel of the forest. Chimidyu, entranced by the beauty around her, felt a sense of freedom that was intoxicating. As she ventured further, the sunlight filtering through the dense canopy grew dimmer, and the comforting sounds of the clearing were replaced by the hushed whispers of the ancient trees. The butterfly finally vanished when it flew through a tangle of vines, disappearing from sight. Chimidyu hesitated for a moment, the immensity of the silent woods pressing in on her. But the spirit of adventure was ignited within her, and she stepped into the shadowy realm, determined to find the butterfly. But soon she realized that the path she had taken was a maze without an end. The towering trees seemed to mock her with their impenetrable silence. The butterfly, it seemed, had vanished without a trace. Panic began to tighten its grip around her heart. She called out for help, her voice echoing unanswered in the vast emptiness. Fear threatened to engulf her, whispering tales of those who dared to enter the forest and never returned. As the shadows deepened, the forest transformed into a realm of nightmares. Strange sounds filled the air, and every rustle of leaves seemed to carry the threat of danger. She stumbled forward, desperate to find a way out of the forest's clutches. Exhaustion tugged at her limbs, but fear lent her strength to keep going. Then suddenly, through the thick foliage, she saw a glimmer of hope. In the distance, she saw what looked like a faint glow of firelight. With renewed determination, she surged forward, the promise of human contact rekindling hope within her. As she drew closer, the flickering flames revealed a scene straight out of her nightmares. Perched on a tree branch was a jaguar, its eyes gleaming with an eerie light. It was a creature straight out of her nightmares, a manifestation of the forest's raw, untamed power. Terror threatened to freeze her in place, but she forced herself to move. She needed to escape, to flee from this embodiment of the forest's fearsome nature. But as she turned to run, the jaguar leapt down from its perch, blocking her path. Trapped and terrified, Chimidyu braced for the worst. But the jaguar surprised her by turning and disappearing into the undergrowth. Curiosity battled with her fear, and she found herself following the big cat. As she moved deeper into the foliage, she noticed